Hi guys, very good afternoon to you and welcome to the another fantastic video number 323, and where we are going to learn that how to send the birthday wishes to your staff, to your colleagues in your office. And again, this is another feather in the cap, because this is going to be the connectivity with the Outlook part. And as you know that we have already got around 22-23 videos on this category. So for those who are watching for the channel for the first time, my name is Ajay and I run this channel, guys, and I just have one ambition, which is to make you awesome in Excel, Excel VBA, and Access VBA. So all my videos, 322 videos, they talk about these four subjects. They revolve around these four subjects. Now I'm going to upload this video in an attempt to answer Mr. Singh question, which he has written. He has commented 1 week ago on the channel that I have a record of all students in college and all student names are registered with their ID and email in Excel with their birthday date, and I want the coding. If in today date it selects all the students with the same date of birth, then send them the birthday wishes by Outlook email. Every day it automatically selects the students with the same birthday date on the same date and proceed. I hope you will be able to understand my question. Please help me. So thank you so much, Mr. Singh, for writing me this question. And guys, so what exactly is the requirement I want to tell you, but before, as usual, if you're watching the channel for the first time, well, you can go to my playlist and there are different 42 playlists created here, right? So here you can watch all these different playlists which I have created for you. They are on the Access, they are on the Access VBA, they are on the Excel VBA. Right now, some of you have asked me that if they want to start from the beginning, then what they need to do, because there are 360 videos and they get confused, like from where to start. So I'm going to tell you, you can note it down. If you want to learn the Excel VBA, I will talk about the Excel VBA because I received 3-4 emails in the past regarding the Excel VBA. So guys, if you want to start with the Excel VBA, the very first thing you need to do is go to the playlist Excel VBA Introduction Series, right? You will find it here when you scroll it. I don't know where it is, but just somewhere here that playlist is there, Excel VBA Introduction Series. Once you are through with that, there are I think 5-6 videos there, and then what you need to do, you need to go to the next playlist, which is called the Excel VBA Loops, right? That must be somewhere here. And then after that, there is a third playlist which you need to watch, which is called the Excel VBA Collection Loops. Like this is for the Access, right? So similarly, when you scroll it down somewhere here, you will find Excel VBA Collection Loops, right? Now once you are through with that as well, then what you need to do is there is another playlist which you need to watch, which is called Excel VBA Deal with the Workbooks and the Sheet Handling. 8 videos. Watch all these videos, right? And then scroll it up, and there the next playlist which you need to watch is Excel VBA File Handling. Afterwards, you can watch Excel VBA Connect Outlook with the Excel VBA Connecting PowerPoint with Excel, because this is going to give you a lot of knowledge. So this is how you can start. Okay, so let's come back to the topic. So this is what I was talking, Excel VBA Connecting Outlook. So we have got amazing 24 videos on this playlist, and all the videos are different, and this is going to be the 25th video in this series, Connecting Outlook from Excel, right? So guys, let's go to the code, and what we need to do is I'm just going to open the Excel, and let's start the code. So what I will do, maybe here I will or maybe here somewhere, let me just scroll down. So here we will write some dates, the birthday dates, and then I'm going to write the employee IDs, the email ID. So here you will write the email IDs, and so let's say we have the email ID a@outlook.com, and then there is another email ID which I'm going to write outlook.com. So you need to write all the email IDs. That's what I believe. That's how I actually thought of this problem, thought of this actually question. So we're going to write here all the employee IDs, and with their email IDs. You want to write their name. If you want to address them dear A, dear B, then that's what you can do, right? I'm okay with that. That's all what you need to do. But for me, the major important point is that here we will write the birthday. So today is your 2nd of February 2017. So I'm gonna write here, let me just copy this, paste this here, and maybe we can give this a different date, which is, let's say, 4th of the February. Okay, so 4th of the February is here, as you can see. Now list can go endless. You can have 100, 200, whatever you want to do, that's all up to you, but I'm just going to give you the example. Now what we need to do before I write the program, now first of all, we will set up the Outlook application. We will tell our Excel VBA that we are going to work with the Outlook application, and if you are following the channel, all those Outlook videos, you know how we can do that. It's just that we need to set up the set Outlook new application. That's it. Now we want to email it, so definitely we are going to use the mail item class, which is responsible, which we use actually to write the emails, to receive the emails. So this is the mail item class which we are definitely going to use. And the second thing is we are going to run the loop. So you can use the for each cell in a range. I'm not gonna use that loop, that's a collection loop. I will simply use the for next loop. So we will run the loop in this entire range, and we will find that every time if the date is equals to today date, today in Excel is a function today which returns the today date. I hope you know that, right? If you open this Excel file tomorrow, this date will automatically changes to the 3rd of February. This is a function, and in Excel VBA we, instead of this today, we use the date function which returns the today date. So let's go ahead and this way we will do the comparison, and we will be able to use the if and condition as well. So let's go to the Visual Basic, and this is your basic the code. So here we are going to the first thing which I'm going to do here is that I'm gonna on my library, so I go to the tools and I click on the reference. Now you got to have your Microsoft Outlook, so let us press M and it is going to take you to the Microsoft Outlook. So we have here Microsoft Outlook 16.0. I'm using the Office 2016, that's why the 16 number is coming, but making sure you should be on the tools and the reference, and it should be on here. Well, I don't need the PowerPoint, this is something additional. You don't have to on this, right? I was actually writing a code. You might have seen my previous video on the PowerPoint. So this is the Outlook 16.0 which you need to have on your system. 16 because I'm using Office 2016. Now let us go ahead and prepare the code. So Outlook, or I can write that birthday wishes. Let us go ahead and send the birthday wishes. Okay, so we're gonna write the code here. So the first thing which I will write here, dim o as outlook.application. The next is dim o equals to new outlook.application. Now you might be seeing my screen a little different with some colors and all that stuff. So basically it's nothing. Actually I was trying to format it in this tools and the options, and the formatting I think didn't really turn out as per my expectations. It didn't turn so well, but anyways, that's fine. I mean, you can see the code, right? So these the highlight the selection text, I think this is what is creating the problem. Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I should anyways, I don't want to get into that right now, but this is how the code looks, and it's good to see this window because it's a little fancy, so I hope you'll not mind it. So this is the first thing which we are doing here. We are setting up the Outlook application, and then as usual there is another variable, guys, which I'm going to declare, which is called the dim omail as Outlook mail item. This is for the email, right? So this is how we write o.create item, and then here we're gonna write ol mail item because we would like to create the email. Okay, because you need the emails, you need to send the emails. Now here I'm going to create one more variable, which is I will name it as my date, as date. Okay, and then you will write here my date equals to what? I was telling you that you use this date function in the Excel VBA, right? So when you use this my date function in the Excel VBA, what will happen? It will capture the today date, right? Whatever the date you have on your system. Okay, so please ensure that your system date should is actually capturing the right dates, otherwise you will have a wrong date. Now the next thing which we will be doing here is we are going to do the comparison. So let me just backspace it and give it a little more space. This is how it looks like. Okay, so now the next thing which I want to do is another variable I want to declare. So I can declare it in single line, which is I as long, and then we will write here for I equals to 2 range. I'm on the D, from the D100, because I don't have these many emails, so I'm going to capture the last row. Actually this line will return the last row. It is going to use the control up arrow. So if you know Excel very well, you know control up arrow is the basically the key to go to the last filled value. So if I'm, let's say, on this cell and I use the control up arrow, it takes me to that. In the VBA, this is what exactly you write. So from the D100, I will use the control up arrow, and it's gonna take me to the last row, and up till that row I will definitely go ahead and run my loop, you know, as simple as that. Okay, now what is the next thing I want to do? Well, in the next thing I want to do simple, we would like to do just a comparison. Okay, so what the comparison has to be, well, the comparison is going to be, I'm going to write here if your the cell, or you can just write my date as well, if my date equals to cells in the I row, which is the second row. I'm starting from the second because this is, you know, written on the D2. So if I am on this second row and the fifth column actually, because the birthdays are written on the fifth, if this is equals to this, then what you need to do, then you need to actually send the email, obviously, right? So what we are going to do here is let me just reduce the size of this syntax, because it's, I want you to, you know, we can see the entire code on the entire screen. So let me just reduce the size to maybe 12. Okay, and yeah, that's fine. And the background, I want it black, white. Yeah, that's fine. That looks much better, I believe. Okay, so so if it is equals to this today date, then what we would like to do, we would like to send the email. So with the subject, in the subject you can write here whatever you want to write. So I just write here happy birthday. Okay, and then would you like to add any body as well? In the text also you want to write something, so you can write here wishing you happy birthday, let's say wishing you happy birthday, and then we will insert two new lines, VB new line and VB new line. I think you are not able to see the complete screen, so let me just do it like this. VB new line means that go to the next line, so it is going to insert the two lines, and then I will write here regards, and then one more new line, which is kind of enter. It takes you to the next line, and then here we will write HR team, human resource team, right? This is how the code is going to look like. Now I want to tell you something, guys. Sometimes when you write the program and you think that the line is too lengthy, so what you can do is you can go to the next line also. To go to the next line, you can't simply press enter like this, because obviously this is the breaking of the the VBA syntax. For VBA, this is not a syntax, because it's gonna give the error, and at the same time this is also not a syntax because it has some errors, right? You can't leave and just like that. So you can give the space at the end, and you can write here underscore. Now underscore is going to take you to the next line. Okay, that means now you see that there is no error coming. This simply means that the second line is in the continuation to the first line, but making sure whenever you insert the underscore at the end, it should have a space. Okay, so what is the next thing I want to do? The next thing, which is very important, actually we forgot, that it should be marked to whom. So obviously we will write omail.to, and it should go to the cell on the same row number but with the column number 4, because I have the email ID on the 4th column, right? And finally you can use the omail.send, but I'm not gonna use the send because I just want to show you how it is going to look like. So we will use the display. Okay, display. And now I'm going to show you one very important thing, which you find it, even if you Google it, it's very hard to find this thing. And the thing is that Now if you think that this is the code now we have prepared, I want to show you what will happen when you will run this code. Okay, now so let me go ahead and run this code, and so there we go. I'm going to start the code. Let me press F8. There we go. So Outlook is, now you can see that my date is 2nd of February. Okay, perfect. Now when we run this, this is how the code will look like. And next, oml.display. Okay, so I have the Outlook. I can show you. It's here in my, the email actually is displayed, and you can see here, this is the email. This is how it looks like. a@outlook.com, wishing a happy birthday, regards HR team. Perfect, right? Because date is today, it matches with the today date. Perfect. Now this is the email. I'm not going to close it because our code is still running. Now the next time, you know that the I is going to change to 3, and if you look at your Excel, even for the B person, you have the same date, the birthday date, right? So what will happen when this code will run, you see that oml.display, and the email is displayed, but what it actually did is, which is a point of worry for all of us, it replaced the a@outlook.com. You can see on my screen there is just one email. There is no, ideally it should have been the second email. You can see here, right? Well, you might be seeing my screen a little different because I have to scroll it down a lot. It's all because of the reason that I have taken my laptop on the remote. My laptop is not working actually, the original laptop, so that's why to upload the videos I have to take this on the remote, right? So guys, what is the problem? The problem is that every time when you run this code, now for example you have the b@outlook.com, again when you run this, see what will happen. Look at this, the B is changed, you know, with the C. Again when I will run this, now this goes in the else mode because the next entry might not be having the 2nd of February as a birthday date, and again that's it. So we have basically ABC. Now the point is, why they are replacing? Well, it's very simple. They are being replaced because of the reason that you're using this email only for once. Ideally that should not be the case. I have talked about this in my long time back video also. I think the video number 120 or 30, I don't know, it's the last year, so I just want to revise that stuff. If you haven't watched that video, this is a very genuine problem. This problem can come any point in time where you are actually trying to shoot out, you know, shoot up the maybe 10 emails, 15 emails, the different emails, but they are not actually getting done. You know, they keep on replacing, and this is what exactly, even if you Google it and you try to search on this kind of a particular problem, you know, you get to see these codes, right? So the problem is, every time when you actually display the email, you have to you have to shoot a different email. Okay, so to shoot the different email, to send the different email, to draft the different email, you will have to create this item again and again. So that is why what you will do, because in the loop you are going to run this program, I think 7 times, 8 times. If you have a 50 emails, this loop will run 50 times. So every time it runs, you need to cut this line here and you got to put it here in the loop itself, so that every time when this loop runs, this email gets created and separately. Create item OL mail item means that you are actually going to create the, you know, this email. So let me just go ahead and close this email. Once again we're gonna run this, and right now you can see on my screen I don't have any email. Okay, and let me close this PPT as well. So just give me a second, I just want to close it. Yeah, okay. So we have A, B, C, D, and the date which we have here is the D is not, it's on the 4th of February, rest all are on the 2nd of the February. As you can see, my system captures the MMDD format. So 3 emails should come. So let's go ahead and quickly run this. I'm going to run this quickly. There we go. Let's wait for the program to finish, and yes, you can see that there are 3 different emails drafted. Perfect. This is the c@outlook.com, wishing a happy birthday. Then I'm going to select the another one. You can see this is the B, and then there's another one which is called the A. So this is the way, guys. You can see on the taskbar on the screen here, I have 3 emails getting, you know, floated. So that actually is the code, and this is how you can, you know, send the invitations. Now the question comes, actually there are two things, important things. If you want to control it by yourself, that when you click the button only then it should happen, then you can obviously, you know, create the button here, right? Simply insert any of the shape, insert any shape, and go to this insert in the Excel and give any shape. So this is how, you know, you can create the shape here. Any sort of button you can create. So after you create the button, you need to assign the macro, right? The second thing which you need to do, just go here, assign macro, and give it whatever the name it is, right? Like birthday wishes, that's my macro name, so I click here. So every time you open this workbook, when you come to the office and you click here, if you don't want to do that, if you want to make it on the automatic mode, then what you can do is maybe you know, you can go to this this workbook, and in this workbook, whenever this workbook gets opened, this is what you can write, that immediately fire this code. Workbook, this open would come automatically. If it is not coming in your window, what you need to do is you just need to see this, the right part, the right draw, you know, this events, basically the drop down. So let me just show you this one. Just select the open from here. These are all the events. Events means that they run by themselves, they don't need your, you know, click. The moment the workbook gets opened, the condition satisfies, and then you can write here send birthday wishes, whatever it is. I mean, whatever the code, whatever the name of the code is, it's actually the birthday wishes. So you can write here the birthday wishes. So what will happen, whenever the workbook will run, this code will run. Okay, this code will run, and immediately it will check that in this loop, all those employees, when you are opening this workbook on that day, you know, wherever we have their birthday dates, the emails will be sent out to them, right? So this is all about, I mean, the code, and I hope this is going to help you out. If you have any questions, let me know. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, please do subscribe to the channel and support me in making this channel, you know, much more awesome. And I'll see you soon with the next another, you know, another exciting stuff very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.